It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the seventh-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And Goff going to look to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's got it down to the 28. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 22. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Right back to Swift again on second down. And some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got a man, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They'll look to run with Singletary. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
From the 30 on second down. Goff. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. On first down, they stick with Singletary. And they'll get this down to the 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A give up the middle to Singletary. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Moss is in. Touchdown, Bills. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here come the Lions now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Von Miller, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A give, Singletary right side. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing the out route, and Crowder makes the catch. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Singletary again. And he's got some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Goff on 1st down. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Goff now looking to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Goff. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 50, it's Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Goff. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
A final shot before half for Allen. On the move to his left. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Singletary. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On the give, this is Singletary. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Allen now looks to throw. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 123 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. On second down, here's a run with Moss. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Gone. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Open man right side is Shark. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. 15 yards there on the catch and run. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Goff. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On second down, Swift. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Singletary to get the drive started. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Goff. Quickly to Hawkinson. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Goff throwing again. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 2nd and 8. To the air again. Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it'll be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as